All right, so welcome back to the Tony Spalding Sports Complex for this Red Star Premier League Monday night fixture between host Arnett Gardens and Portmore United. Again, you may have seen during the halftime that the stream was down. We again apologize for that, as we did apologize for the late start of the first half, but it happens when you're a small company with minor resources trying to ensure that the entire Jamaica and the entire world who has an interest in the Jamaica National Premier League does have an opportunity to see their team. So it happens, and we do apologize for that as we get things going. Portmore United in white and blue, kicking now from left to right, and Arnett Gardens in their red and black, kicking from right to left. And it is Arnett Gardens with possession. Ramon McGregor hasn't really been tested in this contest so far, the number 5 for Arnett Gardens, their central defender. And Al Nesbet, for a left fullback, it's very rare that he gets into attacking position. It's very rare that he goes past half line with possession, tends to look for long diagonal passes. No, Arnett Gardens just switching possession. They do have a man advantage in the 35th minute, Damian Williams, and we have confirmation that he was shown a second yellow card and not a straight red card. So he was shown a second yellow card, and that led to him being ejected from the contest. So Portmore United down a player. Here's Andre Lewis with possession. Dispossessed, but wins a free kick for Portmore United.
Unfairly done by Paul Wilson, and I think it now will be shown who are the top quality players, especially on the Portmore United perspective, because on the time he gets the ball, he knows exactly what he wants to do. Starting out based on how we see Portmore United looking, they're probably starting from a very deep line 2 position in terms of where they're defending from. So line 2 pretty much means that they're going to be defending from the half and further back. And I think because they have a one-man disadvantage in this case, Damian Williams being sent off, and that's a critical person because he was in the middle of the park for them. They're now going to be, or clearly they've readjusted to now decide when to go forward and pick the opportunities when they have a decent enough looking.
Yeah, no, I question, and I shouldn't say question, but Al Nesbet isn't the best left fullback, does have a really powerful left foot, but as far as attacking is concerned, as far as marking is concerned, he's lacking in that department. Here's Emilio Russo, swings this one inside, and Rodriguez punches this over the crossbar for a corner kick for Portmore United. These
Didn't
two
want to take any chances there. I thought it was just coming directly to him, but then he went for a punch, and possibly he was probably trying to punch it outward, not necessarily up and over. In the end, he dealt with it. Now he has to deal with a corner. In swinging one from Russo again.
Emilio Russo has a cultured left foot. Swings this one towards the penalty spot, and it was a dangerous ball inside, but somehow Portmore United just didn't get ahead to it.
Excellent work again by Russo. I think putting the ball in the danger area and having the attacking players run onto the football. And I think Portmore United, if there's any team that can allow a one-man disadvantage to look nullified, it is them.
And of course, Emilio Russo and Rodriguez would have played for rival sides of North Street. Rodriguez played at Kingston College. Emilio Russo played at St. George's College. They didn't meet in the final last year because Rodriguez didn't play the final last year. Emilio Russo certainly did. Here's Arnett Gardens. Vishnal Harris again has to be careful. He's on a yellow card, Vishnal Harris. And this one is put out for a throw-in. Will go the way of Arnett Gardens this time around.
Arnett Gardens haven't really come out the blocks. I think they are a little lethargic coming out of the halftime break. And even though they have a one-man advantage, they haven't really settled in the second half.
Tamar Edwards played in that deep line midfield era. Here's Oldham, who has ventured forward for Arnett Gardens. Now possession is with Fabian Reed. And Lamar Neal goes on the overlap. Oh, very well done, Lamar Neal. But I'm not sure, just as you would say in Jamaica, doesn't have a left foot. Hence the reason trying to play it with the outside of his right boot. Here's Fabian Reed, lovely ball inside. And Wilson there, I thought, fouled his marker. Had a push in the back. Here now is Lewis. Trying to get by one, has to get by two, does very well and gets the foul.
Second time of asking. That's the again, the quality is just exuding from Andre Lewis, and he's the standing captain today for Portmore United, and I think he's now trying to lead his charges from the front, knowing all too well that his team is a man down. He's pushing forward, and every single time he gets a ball, he knows clearly what he wants to do. His players, his teammates now need to react to him in a better manner, because I think Portmore United are putting two players on Andre Lewis, and it's not really working out for them so far.
Yeah, Andre Lewis has dropped off to fill that void in the middle of the park that was left by Damian Williams. Now possession, Roberta Simpson on the left-hand side for Portmore. Had the opportunity to swing the ball in the box and didn't take it. Here now is Tevin Shaw, formerly of Tivoli Gardens. Tevin Shaw came over to Portmore United during the summer transfer window. Was trying to be a little bit too cute there. And so too Fabian Reed gives up possession to Portmore United. Here's another former Tivoli Gardens player, Romain Brackenridge. As Al Nesbeth gets it to Lamar Neal. Lamar Neal scored a lovely goal against Tivoli Gardens at the Edward Seaga Sports Complex last year. But just hasn't found back that footing in this season's Premier League. And Mitchell plays it back to Fabian Reed. And Fictional Harris. Lamar Edwards. Now to Wilson, gets by one. Oh, gets by another. That was lovely done. And then taken down by Shaw. So a free kick here for Arnett Gardens.
Kevin Morrison right on spot, and I think it was a brilliant call by him. He was allowing play to go forward, but then Paul Wilson couldn't really recover, and I think it was a decent enough tackle from Shaw, but very, very late, and allowed now a free kick to be awarded to Arnett Gardens, which clearly will be struck directly on goal.
And there are a couple of names that will come up here. Vishal Harris and Nesbeth has a very powerful left foot. Paul Wilson has stepped away.
They haven't really executed on the free kicks that they've gotten so far in this game. Let's see what they will do just now.
And Vishal Harris took one in the first half, didn't get it on target. And Nesbeth took one in the first half, didn't get it on target. Tamar Edwards is there, had one in the first half as well, didn't get it on target. And Vishal Harris now trying to orchestrate something, rolls it off to Nesbeth, who drills it and drills it wide. That was clever. It's just the execution that was lacking.
Excellent. Looks like a training ground free kick, if you ask me. Like you said, it was just not executed well, and Nesbeth would have wanted back that one. Probably should have tested Shaven Sean Paul and go for Portmore, but nonetheless, it's still 0-0.
Now, you think that Al Nesbeth is almost on the park for free kicks such as that. As I did say, he's not the best defensively, Al Nesbeth. He's not the most agile. It's a big frame, which creates this defensive presence. And also attacking when you do have dead ball situations. Looking for someone for a header. This is a lovely ball. Mitchell was trying to get by his marker, but good defending at the back for Portmore United.
I think it was good coverage from Ricketts, knowing all too well that, again, I keep emphasizing they're a man down, so players now have to play dual roles. The coverage would have been where they were initially comfortable just doing a singular kind of work. Now they have to play probably a man and a half in terms of covering and ensuring that the spaces, the critical spaces are properly manned. And I think Ricketts, who is generally employed on the right hand side as a fullback, he now has to be tucked in even tighter, playing more of a defensive, central defensive role as opposed to getting forward.
Arnett Gardens with this throw-in on that far side. And if anything, the second half has lacked some of the intensity, if not quality, in comparison to the first half. Arnett Gardens comes away with possession. Lamar Neal trying to pick out Paul Wilson. Asani Ricketts gets to it before Wilson.
Speaking about Ricketts again, was tucked in all the way, had to sprint out where he would have generally been to make that clearance.
Here's Vishnal Harris, turns, and his shot is dragged wide. You can't allow Vishnal Harris that much space in and around the 18-yard area.
Certainly can't, and Harris would have wanted back that one. He's gonna pop up in those spaces just right in front of the back four and behind probably the central defensive midfielder for Portmore United, and I think he would have wanted back that one, because generally when he gets that just at the top of the box, 9 out of 10 times he would probably go for a curler. This time he went for a straight drive, and in the end didn't really test Sean Paul.
And ball played over the top looking for Wilson. Not the biggest player, could fall here now to Oldham. Lays it off to Fabian Reed. Fabian Reed, a chance to get the ball in the box. Plays it back to Lamar Neal. Now to Edwards. Nesbitt. Back to Wilson. Wilson twisting and turning. Back to Al Nesbitt. And Nesbitt swings it. It's a lovely ball. And now Portmore United allow Sean Paul to clear. A mix-up there between Ricardo Oldham and Mitchell. That was a teasing ball. That was absolutely superb from Al Nesbitt.
Brilliant whip one time, and I think Portmore, they're now living dangerously, because the players are getting a little bit tired, obviously, probably because Arnett is stretching them a little bit more, keeping possession a whole lot, and again, good delivery.
Love the ball to Vishnal Harris. Harris puts it across! It's the opening goal! Ricardo Oldham! It was put on a platter and gladly accepted by the Arnett Gardens 26.
We were talking about that, Bernard, and I think it really played into the Arnett Gardens setup, because I think they were just keeping possession and piling on the pressure to Portmore United. Portmore wasn't really responding well in terms of ensuring that the spaces are being covered properly, and I think just that stutter step by the number 6 player, Vishnal Harris, that extra touch in the box, that literally took the sting out of the defenders and literally played it on a platter. Ricardo Oldham was right on spot. Wouldn't want it any easier than that. Arnett Gardens, they're now cruising.
It's an important goal. It's a big goal. And it's a goal that you saw coming. And in the last 3 minutes or so, that I reckon is the third time Arnett Gardens have attacked down that left-hand side. And the ball before went into the box. Portmore United, luckily for them, they were able to deal with it in the end. But the link-up play between Paul Wilson, Al Nesbitt, Vishnal Harris, and then Ricardo Oldham was absolutely sublime.
Speak about just how well these players have responded. I think the Portmore United players, outside of Andre Lewis, they haven't really responded after, losing Damian Williams. The kind of intensity that you expect, especially in the middle of the park. Tevin Shaw, he's up and down trying to move around, but it's going to be difficult for him. And Andre Lewis trying to pull the team forward, but so far we haven't really seen the likes of Corey Burke or Randy Smith really responding as they should.
Here's Corey Burke. And talk about responding. That wasn't the response needed by Ricardo Bibi Gardner. And Arnett Gardens, they can take their time now. It's important from here on in to see how Arnett Gardens will manage this game and how Portmore United will look to respond. Breckenridge heads this one out, throwing Arnett Gardens. Talk about Al Nesbet and his cultured left foot. And that was cheeky smart play to roll the ball into the path of Vishnal Harris. Did well there. He's kept possession. Yeah, I thought that went out. Here's Mitchell. Ball ricochets off him. And Simpson there left his goalkeeper wrong-footed. And on his backside at that point, Roberta Johnson it was. His wrong-footed goalkeeper Shavin Sean Paul.
Several players now warming up for both teams. We see Kemal Malcolm. He's on the Arnett Gardens side of the fence. He's warming up. Generally a trusted player. And when we look on the Portmore side of the fence, they have 3 players. Venton Evans, their number 27, Sheldon.
Here's Paul Wilson with a shot! Sorry, Owen, but that one had venom, but straight to Shavin Sean Paul. I was looking to release Emilia Rosson on the left-hand side.
Arnett Gardens now cruising. I think the home crowd support, the fact that they have a one-man advantage, I think they're working that. And Alex Thomas, coach of Arnett Gardens, himself and Irvina English, they're looking like true geniuses right now, because the game plan so far has worked in the second half. Down the left-hand channel, arriving players in the box, deliver it to them, have them do the job for you.
Yeah, Arnett Gardens will be watching the clock as well, because Vishnal Harris generally doesn't play 90 minutes of football. And just looking at the way he is moving now, looks as if he's approaching his time now, Vishnal Harris. And Arnett Gardens just looking to use that one-man advantage. And Kemal Malcolm is a trump card for Coach Alex Thomas, because he has speed and skill.
Certainly, and he relishes playing in these games. And I think that would have been a good substitution once it's made, because his speed will challenge the defenders for Portmore, especially knowing that they're really worked so far in the game.
And a long ball was trying to pick out Lamar Neal there from Vishnal Harris. Here's a battle on. Fabian Reed winning the battle, and has won it in the books of referee Kevin Morrison. So a free kick for Arnett Gardens on the far side.
Johnson remonstrating with his goalkeeper Sean Paul. He wanted the play to start very fast. Instead, Sean Paul bowled it out and caused some problems for him.
Here's Vishnal Harris. And straight into the arms of goalkeeper Shavin Sean Paul. There's Andre Lewis. And we spoke about Kemal Malcolm. And it looks as if Kemal Malcolm is warming up and is stripped and ready to come onto the park. Here's Oldham. Love the ball, looking for Fabian Reed. It's cut out at the back by Ryan Wellington. And there's a whistle on the play, the coming together of 2 players there.
Shai Smith seems to be going in for Portmore, their first substitution. An attacking player for Portmore United, so it shows that Ricardo Gardner is not comfortable with the fact that he's down, and he's pushing forward, expecting some amount of action from Smith.
And there's a Portmore United player down. I can't see who the player is.
Looks like Martin. Well, no, not Martin.
But process of elimination. It could very much be Ryan. Well, it's not Ryan Wellington, where
like
Wellington is.
Harris.
Yeah, Vishnal Harris is also down. But Roberta Johnson is down for Portmore United as well. As you said that Smith is about to come in, you wonder if Smith will replace Smith. Now Vishnal Harris has stayed down, and you wonder if it's a situation where he figures that his number will be up very soon, and he has decided that he'll have to be lifted. Now Tamar Edwards gives the signal that he will have to be substituted. Now, we did say that Vishnal Harris doesn't generally play 90 minutes of football, and he's ensuring that we're true to our words.
Little over 60 minutes. Harris would have put in a good shift, I thought. Was effective in the first half at driving at the defense of Portmore United. Second half definitely came up. He was popping up in and around the areas. And again, I think he was very, very instrumental in the goal. Because that stutter step, that touch in the box to drive past the defenders and then just laid it on a platter. Vishnal Harris, I thought, would have done what he needed to do, and now, if he's called off the park, would have felt good about his performance.
So Portmore United to make the first substitution.
Number 8, Arnett Gardens, Vishnal Harris, 65th minute.
So just before he came off the park, he was
substitution
cautioned.
there for Portmore.
Portmore United to resume play. I wouldn't be surprised to see Vishnal Harris up and walking soon.
It's an interesting substitution though, Renard, because Brackenridge is off. He's a central defender, and Shai Smith now on as an attacker.
Yeah, it would be a good time to introduce Kemal Malcolm. This one sung towards the back post. Here's Fabian Reed. Should be a foul. It is a foul.
Interesting tactic employed by the Portmore.
Yeah, they're going with three at the back now. Asani Ricketts, Ryan Wellington, and Roberta Simpson will be the three at the back. And now the substitution, Kemal Malcolm comes in. This for Arnett Gardens.
Number 8, Vishnal Harris, replaced by number 11, Kemal Malcolm.
Malcolm no one, an attacking threat definitely. His speed and his skill will cause some problems for Portmore United. Let's see how they'll respond.
And they're hoping the response is nothing like that attempted clearance from Ricardo Oldham. Roberta Simpson taking a knock there from Mitchell, who has to be careful.
Mitchell is a player that...
And this one slipped through, and then it's blocked by McGregor, and out for a corner kick for Portmore United here.
Immediate impact by Smith. They've gone with two centre forwards, two quick centre forwards. They're aerially strong as well, so definitely they'd want to just get the ball in the box to these centre forward or, you know, attacking threats.
Here's the corner kick. Portmore United queuing up inside the box. It's a high one. It's a long one. Headed back, and a chance here! Crashes is off the crossbar. And a corner kick signaled here. I think Rodriguez may have taken a touch.
Brilliant technique by Tevin Shaw, and he is definitely holding his heads, because for him, he thought it would have gone in the back of the net. He got that one. It was properly laid on a platter for him and went over the ball, slammed it with his right boot. Now a corner again.
Emilio Rousseau coming across to take this corner kick again. It's high, it's towards the back post. It's headed up but not out. But Arnett Gardens. No, Paul Wilson heads this one on. And Arnett Gardens supporters might have wanted advantage there, but Kevin Morrison has brought back play for the foul on Paul Wilson.
Wilson is asking Morrison for a card because he thought that Andre Lewis did it intentionally. Morrison telling him to get up.
There's Al Nesbitt again, stripped of possession, but Ron D. Smith can't keep it in.
Portmore United, even though they're one goal down and a man down, they're still not throwing in the towels, because they're pushing every single thing forward. They're responding like true champions.
Yeah, they do have some quality players, Portmore United. And players who can't respond. And what's good for Arnett Gardens is that most of the play, the attacking play that they've managed to break up comes from the middle of the park. Here now is Wilson. Gets it to Fabian Reed. Fabian Reed, now to Lamar Neal. Neal looks up, drills it. And I reckon that came off Tamar Edwards. And rather, it was Mitchell. The Portmore United throwing, taken quickly to Shaw. Roberta Simpson. Back to Shaw. And plays it inside now. Asana Ricketts gets his foot under the ball. Here's Ryan Wellington, who is back, I believe, at Portmore United. If my memory serves me right. Played under 21 football at Rivoli. Would have left Rivoli, played at Portmore United. Believe left Portmore United, played at Harbourview, then back at Portmore United.
No stranger to the league, I think, and he would have been a general standing player for Portmore United. Normally, is paired at the back with Rosario Harrier.
And this one played in to Kemal Malcolm, foul. And it will go the way of Portmore United. Ryan Wellington actually started out as a midfielder when I knew him, central defensive position. Kemal Malcolm should be offside. The flag comes up on that far side for Mitchell.
Portmore United trying to start very quickly.
Yeah, and we were speaking off air, Owen, about this could have very much been the first clash between the Thomas brothers. And Shavar not taking up a coaching stint overseas. He would have been here leading Portmore United against Alex Thomas.
That would have been a good duel.
Certainly would have added a lot more intrigue to this contest. And McGregor comes across and slides in to make this challenge.
Portmore United just pushing forward consistently, not really giving up on the game, because I think they understand that they're still in it. Corey Burke not passing the football and causing some problems. I think being a little unselfish.
Corey Burke. He's one of those players who plays well with his back to goal, links up play very well, but hurts you as a team when it is that he doesn't share possession of the ball. Here's Simpson, plays this one inside. Burke was trying to get to it. Al Nesbitt will clear. Asani Ricketts heads this one back inside, gets it back to Nesbitt. Then Mitchell is appealing for a handled ball. Here now is Lewis. Ron D. Smith is headed on. Still possession with Portmore United. Teffin Shaw, left-footed shot. That left a lot to be desired.
Just sliced wide, not like the one that we saw earlier, and probably a little selfish there. Probably should have slipped it out to Rousseau. He was screaming fight down that left-hand channel, and again, Portmore, good passage of play. No, causing some problems for the defense of Arnett Gardens, and if they don't respond better than this, Portmore can possibly hurt them.
There's Lewis. Ball drilled, looking to switch the angle of attack. Trying to get in Ron D. Smith, who does well to keep in possession. As Al Nesbitt to beat. Lovely ball towards the back post. Good head up from McGregor. Now comes to Emilio Rousseau. Then to Lewis. Sips this one through to Emilio Rousseau. Gets it to Rousseau. A chance! Off the crossbar again! Here's Lamar Neal for Arnett Gardens. It's cut out, sustained pressure here for Portmore United. Here's Roberta Simpson, goes down, free kick, Portmore United.
Again, just speaking how well Portmore has responded. I think the passage of play showed you. Channeling the energy down the flanks, getting the ball across, and they're two strong, tall, silky players for Portmore United that will cause some problems. Shai Smith, he was introduced, and Corey Burke. These two players, you can't give them an inch. Just now hitting the crossbar. And again, Corey Burke standing over a free kick as it is right now, because Portmore United has won themselves a free kick. But good sustained pressure. Portmore United responding like we are accustomed to seeing them play. Even though they're a man down, they're still not playing that way.
Tell you what, we've seen this on so many occasions where a team, after a sustained period of pressure, gets a goal. And with the pressure that was exerted on this free kick, maybe Portmore United with the confidence, no, someone can sit this ball in the back of the net. Roberta Simpson still
live streaming of the game.
Feeling the effects of that challenge.
Arnett Gardens.
And I wonder who will take this one. Corey Burke is standing over it.
I'm thinking he's trusting his skills right now. Corey Burke, a very arrogant kind of player, if you ask me, but deservedly so, because he's proven himself a trusted goal scorer in and around the Red Stripe Premier League, and where he was prior to now, he was playing in the MLS. He's also a trusted scorer there, so he's gonna fancy his chances from about this, I reckon, about 28 yards out.
I would be surprised if Emilio Russo takes this one. You probably think it's better for a right footer, but can Emilio Russo get the ball over and down in time to beat Rodriguez or Corey Burke? It's Corey Burke who gets it, takes a deflection, the wall does its job, and it's out for a corner kick.
Thought the execution was a little weak, probably could have gone for more accuracy, but then Corey Burke knew exactly what he wanted to do. The wall stood its ground. Now they have a corner. Ramon Reed for Arnett Gardens. He's warming up, now stripping for action. So I think Coach Thomas is expecting this energy from Reed in the middle of the park because they've gone flat.
Here's Emilio, so they'll have to deal with this corner kick first. Tevin Shaw gets the header on. Now Kemal Malcolm will try to emerge with possession for Arnett Gardens and does so through a throw-in. The ball came last off the Portmore United defender, who is Ryan Wellington. The substitution to be made now. Arnett Gardens introduce their substitute.
Ramon Reed.
Ramon Reed, the number 20.
Formerly of UWI. Now plying his trade here at Arnett Gardens. He's going to be injected in the middle of the park for the goal scorer, Ricardo Oldham. So, like for like player in the middle of the park, Ramon Reed is a little bit more aggressive. He's expected to break up the play and link up with the top three players. So, Reed is eagerly anticipating going into the contest, and he sprints on the park. Oldham comfortably walks off, knowing that he has done his team proud. Scorer of the only goal in the game, and now can watch from the sidelines.
Here's Ronty Smith, the back post. His first action will be to defend this one, and didn't do particularly well. It's a corner kick for Portmore United.
Tough break for Reed, but again, being inserted, Portmore United pushing forward, ensuring that the defenders stay honest from Arnett Gardens, and I think so far Portmore is winning that part of the battle.
Decent delivery inside the box, booted downfield. Fabian Reed can't get to it. Roberta Simpson does. And then possession. This could be a corner kick if it goes out. Rodriguez keeps it in and will run the clock down a little bit more for Arnett Gardens here.
Smart move from Rodriguez. I think was very, very responsive to what the situation was. And now you see the Arnett Gardens players slightly going down. Another substitution there third substitution actually,
To be
Javon
Sims.
He's stripped and ready for action.
Another one of those players who does have a wonderful left foot. It's Mitchell. Sonny Ricketts. No, I saw a shove in the back there. Clearly,
Definitely
referee
was a
Kevin
shove.
Morrison didn't.
Definitely was a shove if you ask me as well.
So here's Paul Wilson with possession now. Wilson rolls it off to Kemal Malcolm. Malcolm, his shot is blocked. Throw in for Arnett Gardens.
And suddenly the tempo has been increased. It's like you turn up the flame on your stove, I think. But the energy for Arnett Gardens has suddenly increased. The introduction of Kemal Malcolm and Ramon Reed. And certainly I think Sims will also add some energy to the Arnett Gardens team. Good substitutions from Alex Thomas, and I think he has responded to what was a strong kind of attack coming on from Portmore United.
And Mitchell comes off. Doesn't have a particularly good game. I felt Mitchell. It's Paul Wilson asking a lot of Lamar Neal there. And Neal did well. Kemal Malcolm trying to win possession. Good turn here from Scott. Gets it to Rousseau. Chips it forward, looking for Corey Burke. Heads this one on. Was trying to head it into the path of Smith.
Substitution for Arnett Gardens. Giovanni Mitchell, number 23, replaced by number 7, Giovanni Sims.
Here's Paul Wilson again. Here's Giovanni Sims. Back to Wilson. Is this one inside? Fabian Reed was trying to get to the end of it for Arnett Gardens. Now it's Corey Burke. The throw-in taken quickly. Corey Burke gets it across. Oh, that was almost a pinpoint pass from Corey Burke. Challenge from Tamar Edwards is a good one. But still Lewis emerges. And then a strong challenge from Kemal Malcolm. Wins the throw-in for Arnett Gardens.
Excellent play by Malcolm, doing defensive work, and it speaks volumes to the kind of requirements that are expected from these players. Even though Kemal Malcolm is an attacking player, he's expected to do defensive work. But if we go back, Renata, to what we saw, Corey Burke, good pinpoint cross. Shai Smith just a slight centimeter or two short, because I thought it was a good delivery from Burke. And Portmore United, they're pushing, they're not giving up, because they expect probably that they can get something from this game. But Arnett Gardens, they've responded, and I think they're doing well to maintain their 1-0 lead.
And this game has produced enough for us to have more than one goal. As McGregor has had a decent time at the back when he has been called upon. Roberta Johnson has to be careful here. Chavin Sean Paul boots it downfield, again looking for Corey Burke, who uses his experience to get possession and wins a free kick.
Burke just fighting off the challenge of Martin. Martin has really marshaled him all game long, so he's been man-marked by Martin. Just now, Burke wins his team a free kick, and Rousseau will deliver. I think they have enough players in the box, and they're looking to swing it in.
Emilio Rousseau wants a good delivery here. Chips this one to the back post. The goalkeeper comes and get an important touch. It's a corner kick.
Rodriguez coming out, making himself very big, doing what he is required to do, and again now has to respond to a corner. I reckon this is about the 6th corner in this half for Portmore United.
I'm now wondering if Rodriguez is probably maybe you want to say the luckiest goalkeeper on debut. There's one that's headed out. And again, this one is blocked. In the first half, a shot hit the right upright, and then 2 shots coming off the crossbar in the second half, but he's yet to be beaten.
Should be kissing the posts.
As Lewis stripped of possession, Fabian Reed's trying to get it to Paul Wilson. It might not come down for him in time. Yeah, had that ball been on the carpet, then Paul Wilson would have definitely been behind this Portmore United defense. Switching possession, trying to pick out Ron D. Smith. Good first touch from Ron D. Smith. And trying to get the better of Nesbitt. Will be a corner kick again.
Excellent switch of play, and I think that has worked in the second half for Portmore United. Emilio Russo picks it up on the left side, looks far right. Randy Smith always ever willing to run and challenge, and it has worked. Good link-up play. Russo now swings one in.
Yeah, swings to the back post. The Portmore United players are queuing up, and this one goes wide of the mark. I reckon about 4 minutes to go in this contest of regular time. And we can predict maybe another 3 or 4 minutes added after that.
Rodriguez just inching every single second of the clock. Morrison talking to him, ensuring that he understands that no more of that. Cut that out. Rodriguez looking to pump this one forward.
He doesn't want to end up in the books of referee Kevin Morrison. And he picks out Emilio Rousseau, a pinpoint accurate pass as a substitute. And possession given away again. Arnett Gardens guilty of being sloppy in the closing minutes of this game. Flicked on. Sims downfield. Here now is Reed, from Reed to Reed. Here now, Kemal Malcolm. Paul Wilson asks for it. And Wilson gets it. And then the ball inside the ear. Here's Reed. And can't beat goalkeeper Chauvin Sean Paul. Here is Sims. Might think about taking a shot. Kemal Malcolm there. And some give and go, but he's offside, Kemal Malcolm.
Certainly offside. Good build up, but Malcolm just should have timed his run. Now Portmore United has started quickly.
And just playing to the gallery there, Kemal Malcolm. Free kick taken quickly. Does well here, the substitute Shea Smith. Lewis. And that pass had a little bit too much on it.
Long pass by Andre Lewis. Not his type of game. Generally puts it on the carpet. Tough one, but Portmore now streams forward.
And here's Lewis again. Ball to pick out Ron D. Smith, who does so across the area. And lucky enough for Ramon McGregor there, it was away from goal because he had the goalkeeper beaten. Rodriguez was wrong-footed. And another corner kick for Portmore United here.
Portmore pushing, not giving up, ensuring that every single second is played in this game in the half of Arnett Gardens, because for them they're looking at least for a point. They're pushing. Again, this is probably about the 8th corner of the second half for them.
And this one swung inside again. Rodriguez comes and takes a touch and then gathers on the second attempt. We're in minute 89. We've almost completed the 89th. And going into the 90th minute just about now. There's a ball over the top looking for Kemal Malcolm. Malcolm gets possession. Gets it to Wilson. Can't bend it, Wilson. Instead, gives it to the substitute who puts it over the crossbar. Giovanni Sims there.
Should have done better with that one. I think it was excellently queued up for him. Good build up and Sims has the confidence and courage, probably should have done better with that one.
Yes, come on, Malcolm. Going across the field, not to Lamar Neal, the right fullback for Arnett Gardens, has decided to calm things down by playing it to McGregor. Now to Reed, then to Lamar Edwards, back to Lamar Neal, now to Malcolm, now to Sims. Can he keep it in? Javon Sims does keep it in, and puts it across the face of goal. Here's Reed, Nesbeth, Wilson, back to Nesbeth. 4 minutes added. Here's Al Nesbeth again, looking for a decent cross inside. It's more than decent, and Edwards couldn't deal with it. Portmore United, can they get an attack going? Here's Ron D. Smith. Paul Wilson coming back to win possession. And then a mix-up, and will be a throw-in for Arnett Gardens.
Throw-in for Arnett Gardens, and they're looking leggy right now because they've run all 90 minutes worth of regular time, and I think the players now are just looking for that final whistle. We're now into time added. A player is down. That's Kemal Malcolm. He is a substitute for Arnett Gardens, and probably went in for a tackle. He initially had a good shot on goal and then went in for a tackle. But just now you see Portmore just pushing forward there, going, pressing, trying to squeeze every single second to ensure that they have a last attack on goal for Arnett Gardens, because they're looking to actually get a goal back, probably leave here at 1-1. But as it is now, it's still 1-0.
It is 1-0, so Arnett Gardens with the throw-in. That has certainly taken some more seconds off the clock. Asana Ricketts trying to deal with Fabian Reed, does well. And a couple of the Arnett Gardens and maybe Portmore United supporters starting to exit the Tony Spalding Sports Complex here. Some sensing that the scoreline won't change. Corey Burke can do something about it. Here's Corey Burke, can't give him space. Was trying to tee up Shea Smith there. Lamar Dean was alert to the danger and puts it out for a throw-in here for Portmore United.
Smith trying to link up with Burke, and Burke doing some excellent work, but Portmore still not giving up.
Osana Ricketts swings this one inside. Lamar Neal gets ahead to it, and then it comes off Emilia Rousseau, out for a goal kick for Arnett Gardens. And with 2.5 out of the 4 minutes played already, I reckon the Junglists will take all the time in the world to get this one back in play.
Rodriguez just spotting and ensuring that all the players are placed forward. He's looking to boot it long.
Rodriguez has to be careful because he was warned by Kevin Morrison before about time wasting. Good touch here from Fabian Reed. Trying to go it alone, Fabian Reed. Gets by another. Plays it inside. Still a chance for Arnett Gardens. Sims goes down. Referee Kevin Morrison says play on.
That was poor from Sims. Again, a left-footed player, but the ball came in on the right side of his body. Probably should have just gone for that one-timer. He was trying to cut back and expecting to get a call in that situation. Morrison asked nothing of it.
Yeah, you did say nothing of it. And Portmore United, as far as points is concerned in this contest, they will have none of it, because Arnett Gardens will leave the Tony Spalding Sports Complex with all three. The difference, a goal coming in the 58th minute from Ricardo Oldham. It was a very good contest, but one that produced only one goal, and it came from the home team.
Ricardo Oldham. Arnett Gardens won.
Arnett Gardens walking away with all 3 points. Pretty decent game, and Portmore must be feeling a little hard-pressed. Hard done, because they played a good portion of the game with 10 men and they responded well. He didn't actually notice that they were a man down because they were playing decently. Andre Lewis walks off the park a little frustrated with his team because he understands that at least a point from this game should have been earned, but it's none of that. Arnett Gardens walk away with all 3 points because Ricardo Oldham's strike gave them all 3.
Yeah, it was a brilliant strike, a team goal, and all Oldham had to do was just direct the ball on goal, and that he did, with Arnett Gardens getting the victory on a chilly night here in West Kingston. And again, we must say, we can't say enough, we do apologize for the late start, the breakdown in the field at half time. We did get it up, we did get a full half of football here on this Monday night, and it was a half that produced the only goal. So on behalf of Owen Hill, the entire team here at Ireland Sports Network, we do hope you enjoyed our coverage, because we certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. And for the final time from the Tony Spalding Sports Complex here in Kingston, it is Arnett Gardens 1, Portmore United 0.